Hi, I'm Nixie, and today, in celebration that the Super Mario Bros. Movie was released last week, I thought I'd really like to make a Mario-inspired Barbie bedroom. So, let's go! So this is our starting point. I got an A1 sheet of foam board, which I cut down to 14 inches and just bent. I cut some skirting boards from the same foam board. I covered it in blue paper, and I've also done this little hill because I wanted to put it behind the skirting board, so just cut out some green paper. And this is just some scrapbook paper. So that's our basis where we're going to work from. Now, as a starting point, I really think we should focus on the bed. It is a bedroom after all, and I really wanted to do a Mario Castle theme one. So I've got, let's just start it off here. This is just a box I found, which I just added a little cardboard extension to, because I wanted it to be, it's about 10 inches, which is still a little bit short for a Barbie, but it's going to fit in the room better. I've done it on two sides so far. I have cut some foam board to size, but then covered it with some paper that I printed off. I just made this like little brick pattern. So I've already done two sides, but with a hot glue gun, I'm just going to do the other two sides. So just stick that right on there. I think it'll look nice having sort of the brick around the edge, and we're going to have a castle background as the headboard. So just the final one now. Glue. There we go, and there's the base. And that is our basic bed. Now for a mattress, what I've done is I'm reusing this like foamy material that I got in some packaging, and I essentially just cut out a bit and covered it with some white material, and then I'm just going to stick it down onto the base. Now for the headboard, I have made on the PC a castle. Now I thought I'd go with a more 8-bit style because that just felt a little bit easier for my skill level, and to be fair, my first experience of Mario was on the original Game Boy. I played my sister's game of it. It's like the first one, so it just feels appropriate to stick with that more like 8-bit theme. Now, it's only on sort of thin card this, and I am going to glue it directly onto the wall, mainly because after I'd cut out all the like turret bits, I didn't fancy trying that again on something a bit thicker and like sticking it to it, so we're going to stick it to the wall and it'll still look, I think, pretty good. Headboard now glued on, and I also added a little flag. So now of course we need some bedding, and I found this Mario and Luigi fabric on eBay, which I thought was quite nice. So I've sewn that into a sort of blanket shape, which you can pop on the bed. And of course we also need pillows, so again, just sewn some and just added some fluff inside. And then we have a bed. Now sticking with this side of the room, I think we need something on this wall. So I've made some shelving. Essentially just made a rectangle out of foam board and covered it in paper, and we're just going to stick that right up there. So I'm just using hot glue again and just press that down. And now we have a shelf. Moving on to this side of the room, I think we need a bit of storage. So I'm going to make a drawer unit in the shape of the steps that normally go up to the castle. So let's get started on those. For the drawer unit, I have made this shape out of foam board and then covered the outsides in paper. I've also made and printed this, which I have just put on some cardboard to be the sort of outside. And as you can probably guess, these are just going to be aesthetic drawers. They're not going to be practical because I made the choice. This is going to be very complicated to make in real, and to me this room is more about the visuals, so we're just going to try and make it look nice. Now it's glued on, I've cut some little cardboard squares and printed out some more of these so that I can just glue the paper on, and then we're going to glue it on top. So just lob some glue on. Let's try and get this in the centre. I'm going to fold it over, and I think sort of make it a little bit like a present. Fold and fold. And can fold it down to make a little square that we are going to glue on top for the drawer. Got 6 of these now, and I think I might use hot glue for these, so essentially just blob some glue around, and then, sorry, that's me knocking over some glue, gonna line it up and pop it on so it's got a bit of 3D-ness. Now they're all glued on, final touch is I've got some pins which I'm going to place in the middle of each one to look like drawer handles. Push it through. There's quite a few layers for it to get through. That's me ruining it. So after messing up this first one, I pulled it off and I've redone it, and I thought I probably should put these in off camera just because there's a lot of like layers of card and paper they're going through, so might need a bit of a steadier hand. So here is our chest of drawers, and we'll just pop it in the room. You know, really, if you've got the steps and you've got the castle, you kind of do need the flag. I think we're going to have to put one in. So for the flagpole, I've got this paper straw, which I am going to paint green. So get that coated. Now that the straw is painted green and dry, I'm going to glue this little green bead that I found onto the top. So just dab a little blob of glue and then attach it. For the base, I've also been having fun with foam board and paper again, so I made a little cube and covered it in paper. I'm just going to put a load of glue at the bottom here and attach that on. So there's a flagpole, but I can't just have it as a flagpole. It's not very useful in the bedroom. So what I was thinking is I might make it into a sort of like a coat hanger. So I've got a bit of wire and essentially just fold it in 2. Then got a pen and I'm just folding it round to make a curve. And I'm just going to use some wire cutters to trim it so I have a little hook. I've now made 3 hooks and I'm going to try and attach them to the top of the flagpole. Okay, that was not the most fun to do and they have ended up a little bit lower than I meant, but it's fine, we're going to work with it. We're going to add the flag on and I think it's going to look alright. So just use normal like Pritt stick glue and it's alright. Like I said, it maybe didn't end up quite the neatest, but I think if we look at it from a distance, we'll be okay. And here is our finished coat hook flagpole, so we can just pop that in there. So we've got the steps, got the flagpole, and then we've got the castle. You know what, we have to have a green tube. You can't not have Mario and not have green tube. So let's make one. For the laundry hamper, I've got a bit of kitchen roll which I've cut down and I've just glued some cardboard on the bottom. I've then cut out a bit of green felt which I'm just going to put some hot glue along the edge of and then glue that on. I'll just keep putting like a little bit of glue around so I can glue it all the way round. Now it's covered all the way around, I've cut another bit of green felt and I'm going to put half it on top here and then we're going to fold it in, so just going to get that glued. So we've got the top bit and just folded it in and I'm just finishing gluing it down. And there we have a really easy green tube that we can sort of store laundry in for the Barbies. And here is our green tube laundry hamper. So I think we'll just pop it over here. And then we've got almost a nice little scenario going on. So we've got tube, we've got steps, we've got the flag, and then we've got the castle. I think we might need to add a rug to this floor space because it does look a little bit bare. For the rug, I've decided to do a power-up star. So I've just got this template and I've got a bit of yellow felt. So I'm just going to use that to cut it out. Now it's cut out, I'm just going to glue some eyes on. So just 1 and 2. I'm also just going to paint some little whites in the eyes. And there is the finished rug. So here is our power up rug, just to add to the room and just fill up the floor a little bit. Now that the bedroom's taking shape, I do think we need to add some decorations. So I have made this mushroom print and just cut out some cardboard and covered it, and we got some just blue tack so we can stick it to the wall. I have also made this little cloud which I thought I could stick to the wall. I might pop it just here. I was in the Entertainer toy shop recently and I could not resist getting myself some Mario toys. So I got this, which is actual Super Mario Bros. Movie merchandise. When I saw that tiny little Mario, I just knew that was a perfect size for Barbie, so I had to get. I also picked up this slightly big Goomba, mainly because I like Goombas, they're cute, so why not? So as you can see, this part opens up as a display, and there are also several other characters you can get. So the little Mario is honestly adorable, and look, his head moves and his arms move. That is really cute for such a small figurine. The box, I do think I'm probably going to keep as a box rather than the display case. I mean, because it's quite cool, it's got a bit of storage, but I was thinking it could actually work as a bedside table. So if we sort of slotted it in here, like move that along, like, it kind of works height-wise. It's not too bad. And here is the Goomba. Oh, he is just too cute, and he even has movement, so I think he will go well as an accessory in our room. I think I might also add the Mario onto the shelf up here. Now, whilst I would love to buy all the figurines, I do have to think about budgeting, so for extra decorations I decided to make some. So I had a little route around and I found these 2 beads which I thought would be useful. For the yellow one I painted a question mark on it, and I then made out of polymer clay a little fire flower that I can just pop in there, just add as a little bit of decoration. For the green one, because it does look like a green tube, I of course had to make a piranha plant to add to it. So now the shelf has a little bit more on it. So now that's left my bedside table a little bit empty, and really I think I should have a lamp. When I was looking for inspiration, there was only one thing I saw that I wanted, but I was a bit hesitant about trying it because it actually has been a long time since I've made anything out of polymer clay. I thought the little things didn't turn out too bad, but this was going to be a bit bigger. So on Amazon I bought these little lights, and I'm going to take it off the split ring and you'll see what I've created. It's a bigger piranha plant. Like I said, I saw online lamps in this sort of style and there was nothing else that I wanted to do other than this. So I thought I would have a go, I would get my polymer clay out again and see what I could get away with making. So to turn this on and off when it's not on the keyring, I did just use like a toothpick to help me twist it. And I'm also going to just pop a little bit of blue tack around the bottom here because I think it will help it stand up. And I'm going to pop it in the plant, and now we have a bedside lamp that actually works. I am actually quite pleased with how that's turned out. It has been, like I said, ages since I last tried anything with polymer clay, but I think it works. And here is the finished room, and to be honest, I'm actually really pleased with how it's turned out. I mean, I would love to have some more toys that I could maybe use the drawer units as extra shelving to put them on, a bit more clutter, but as a basis, I think it's pretty good. Hopefully my Barbies will love their new Mario themed bedroom. And if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.